we go, boys. Pantoja taking a Kai Asakura. Pantoja's gonna get right on him. He's gonna give him opportunity.
This is something messaging for you, Demetrious Johnson. I'm the GOAT here. If you want to prove you the GOAT, come back.
Boys. I ain't got all my belts on this mother. All my belts in the... Boys, I'm out here. I'm out. All right, here we go, boys. Main event. Pantoja taking a Kai Asakura. Very rare you see somebody, a champion, leave his promotion to come to another promotion and get an immediate title shot. He got that gray in his beard. Round one, here we go. Pantoja's gonna get right on him. He's gonna give him opportunity. Oh! Get in the back. He's gonna climb it. He always goes, dude. There is no... Oh! Dropped him! Pantoja is too on people in order to, like, set up and try to, like, drop him. But anything can happen, man. Oh! Fuck that. That was a good shot. That needed a lever right there was fucking good. Round two. Guys, I'm not surprised that happened. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why I'm not like, oh, you got him. Jiu-jitsu is king, boys. You take a striker down to the ground, they're pretty much fucked.
Yeah, and this fight is special for some retired fight. He don't fight anymore. He retired this year, but this is something messaging for you, Demetrious Johnson.
Who,
I'm
me?
the GOAT here.
My black ass ain't coming out of time.
Come back.
Well, sir, congratulations.
Why would I do that? Boys. The bank count sitting nice and good. 38 years old, 11 consecutive title defenses. Champ ain't coming back. All right, let's get in the office and break this down for you boys. Time you can play video games. Boom! What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel, and we just got done watching UFC 310. Alex Pantoja taking on Kai Asakura. Now that was it was a good fight. It was a good fight card. I think a lot of people didn't have a lot of high expectations for this fight card because there wasn't really a lot of big buzz going on leading up to it. Like when you think about, you know, Jones versus who the fuck Jones versus Stipe, Belal Muhammad taking on Leon Edwards, or whatever it may. It just wasn't a lot of buzz around this card, but it did deliver in some of the fights. Now let's go down to one of the key fights that happened. Bryce Mitchell knocking out Kron Gracie. Kron Gracie typically takes an interesting way to the fights. He pulls guard, he kept pulling guard, gets slammed, gets dropped, and then ends up, you know, losing that fight by getting knocked out. So that's one of the things we're always talking about when it comes to pulling guard in jiu-jitsu. It's like, well, why can't I just slam you? I mean, you pull guard, I pick you up, I should be able to slam you, because in a street fight, I can slam you. But that fight was very lackluster, but the finish was very good. So shout out to Bryce Mitchell for getting that W. We won on that one as well. We'll go over the prize picks in a little bit. Now let us go to Volkov taking on Ciryl Gane. Now this was a very interesting matchup because I felt this one had a lot on the line, just because you had somebody who could potentially fight Tom Aspinall. And the fight was, you know, kind of back and forth, with Volkov kind of walking Ciryl Gane down, not giving Ciryl Gane the opportunity to set up his shots, because I think he moves better on the feet than Volkov. But Volkov was able to take him down in the beginning of the fight, and it had a lot of grappling exchange. At the very end of the fight, this was the interesting thing. Ciryl Gane was going for the Kimura, and he was going for it, trying to attempt a submission, which when you're trying to submit somebody, you're trying to end the fight. Now, the weird thing about this fight is that I had Volkov winning the fight because I felt he was pressuring Ciryl Gane a lot more. He had a lot more top control. I felt he was winning the grappling exchange, but the judges gave it to Ciryl Gane. So a little bit, you know, controversy there, but maybe they gave it to Ciryl Gane because he was going for the Kimura on Volkov, but I'm just not sure what happened. But anywho, Ciryl Gane won that. Now, could we potentially see Ciryl Gane taking on Tom Aspinall? you know, we'll see. I think it'll be an interesting matchup because we're all waiting on the midst of like to see what John Jones decided to do. Is John Jones going to retire? Is he going to fight Tom Aspinall, or is he going to relinquish his belt and go and fight Alex Pereira? Now let us get to the co-main event. This is Shavkat taking on Ian Garry. Somebody's had to go, and Ian Garry's just left him, and Shavkat goes to 19-0, 18 finishes and 1 decision. This was a very interesting fight. I knew that Shavkat, he wasn't going to try to stand outside and try to bang. He never really does. He typically goes to the edge of the void and waits and finds his entry. Overhand right, big right hand, comes in, clutches his guys with that body lock, throws nice knees, tries to get him off balance, get him down to the ground, and start working his submission game. And that's what we saw. You even heard in between rounds that his cornermen were like, don't fight in front of him. Fight at a point where you can not at his distance on him. And that's where you saw him keep on doing that. He kept on pushing the pace, closing the void, and getting on Ian Garry. Now, Ian Garry did a very good job of defending the takedown, but Ian Garry has that same style that I said before. Ian Garry is not a guy who likes to go like this and pressure his opponents. He waits at the edge and goes like this and waits for them to come across the void, and he tries to hit him and counter them when they make a mistake coming across. And that's typically his style. Even when he fought athletes in the past, when I watch him, he would just run. Even if he fought MVP, he would run. It's a style that he tends to stick with. And, you know, Shavkat was able to take the fight to him, grapple him, take him down, and then be able to, they had some great submission attempts from both sides, and also good scrambles. Now, Ian Garry did get him in the body triangle. He did have that choke locked up. He hit the body triangle with the rear naked choke locked up, and there was nothing he can do to get out of the body triangle at the very beginning, because typically if you have a body triangle on somebody, you have to go onto to the same side of it, bring your knee behind, push the foot up, and then basically walk the foot out, and then you can be able to get him off your back. But Shavkat does something different. He basically does a full 180 turn inside of Ian Garry's guard when he hit the body triangle on him. I've done that before when I fought Tatsumaki Wada, excuse me, and I tore the cartilage in my rib, because you're basically straining and turning yourself, and he was able to do that. And then Ian Garry had this interesting body triangle V on him, and they just stood there and hit blows back and forth. But Shavkat ended up winning that fight. Now, when you look at Shavkat taking on Belal Muhammad, now that's an interesting fight, because Belal Muhammad has a style where he's going to come forward, he's going to create that collision, and he's also going to try to wrestle with Shavkat, and that's going to give Shavkat the opportunity to be able to use his wrestling and his striking to be able to have that car crash. And that's going to be an interesting fight, because you're going to have two guys who come forward and fight each other. To if Ian Garry would have won the Belal Muhammad, it might have been Belal Muhammad when he fought Leon Edwards, where Leon Edwards needed that position to set himself up for the striking and the snipe to be able to knock out Belal Muhammad. But Belal Muhammad just kept on running him down, taking him down, passing his guard, and just beating the hell out of him. So I'm happy we're going to get Shavkat versus Belal Muhammad. I can't wait to see that one. Hopefully those guys heal up. I know Belal Muhammad just got done getting off antibiotics, and Shavkat just got fighting Ian Garry. Now let's go to the main event. Alex Pantoja taking on Asakura. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was not surprised one bit. When you have a guy who's so damn dangerous in one area of mixed martial arts, that's where he needs to stay in order to be successful. Meaning that if Asakura went on the ground with Alex Pantoja is going to eat his ass up alive, and that's exactly what Alex Pantoja did. I was not surprised one bit. And I get it. You know, they need some bigger stars in the division to come over here and make a splash in American market. You know, if you look at Kai Asakura's highlights versus Alex Pantoja highlights, I think, you know, if I show my kids or if I show someone in the street, they're like, holy shit, that guy knocks people the fuck out, right? Instead of somebody who's like Alex Pantoja, where Alex Pantoja is very well-rounded. He gets your back, he chokes you out, he knocks you out once in a blue moon, but typically he ends up submitting people. PrizePicks is a daily fantasy sports game where you play directly from your phone. All you gotta do is go to your app store and download PrizePicks, and when you do that, make sure you use my promo code MIGHTY. They have a cool promotion going on right now. You play $5, you're gonna win $50 no matter what happens in your lineup, and the lineup could be mixed martial arts, NFL, hockey, NBA, you name it, they got it. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the thing. We got Chase Hooper. We went with less in fight time. I knew Chase Hooper was going to out-grapple Clay Guida. Clay Guida's been there forever. He's another guy. Why is he at the party still? I don't know. You guys are going to have to ask him yourself. Okay, so we went less with that. Fight time, 9.75. We landed on that. And Alex Pantoja landed less than 60 and a half strikes because Alex Pantoja has power in his hand. He also has that grappling ability. We knew that if it went to the ground, that Alex Pantoja was going to submit him. We would Alexandre Volkov landing with less significant strikes. Shavkat landing less than significant strikes. And then Kron Gracie landing less the significant strikes. Bryce Mitchell landed 2 significant takedowns. He landed 2. And here's the thing about the takedowns. They weren't really takedowns. They were guard pull because he grabbed them and jumped and pulled guard. So a takedown is a sweep. I shoot, blast a double leg. But if I'm striking with you and I hug you and I jump up and you take me to the ground, it's not a takedown. It's a guard pull. So we covered that one. Ciryl Gane landed less than 74 and a half significant strikes. Shavkat landed less than 62 and a half strikes. And boys, we clean house, and you guys are clean house too if you make the right picks at the right place, which is PrizePicks. Now, here's the big thing. Alex Pantoja called out your boy Mighty, the one, moi, me. My black ass ain't coming back. You know what the beautiful thing about my position I'm in is I've been offered $2 million to come and do one fight. One fight. And what do you guys think I said? I said no. I said absolutely no. And it wasn't with, you know, the UFC. It wasn't against Alex Pantoja. It was, I'm not going to tell you who it was with, but I got offered $2 million to fight. And there comes a point in time in an athlete's career where you sit back and you're like, why am I fighting? Is it to be the best in the world? Shit, I was the best in the world for 6 years, not just in America, but also in Japan. And I went up a division. I went to 135 instead of 125. And then you sit back. When I made that decision, I don't care to fight anymore. I gave myself a full-blown year. A full-blown year to see if I'm going to miss it. If it's my identity. And I didn't miss it. And what I thought was more badass than being the best fighter in the world, I think it's more badass to build an empire where if you're an athlete and you are winning and you rely on the money that you're making from winning, once you lose that fight, half your pay is gone. Once any champion loses a fight, half their pay is gone. It's just gone like that. It's like South Park. Hi, I want to deposit this money in my account. Okay, so we're going to sign that, and it's gone. If you guys seen that episode, if you know, you know. But that's the beautiful thing. What made me want to retire is that I don't want to rely on my body or me being the best in the world in order to pay my bills and invest and build my empire. So I gave myself that year to just be like, you know what? I don't want to fight anymore. Actually, my New Year's resolution in 2023 for 2024 was I'm not going to fight ever again. I'm not going to accept the fight. Any fights that come on the table, I'm saying no. Any grappling tournaments I get opportunity to grapple and make good money to do like ADXC or anything like that, I'm saying no. Even CJI, I said no. I said I'm not going to compete anymore for money. So when Alex Pantoja called me out, I was like, everybody's blowing me up. What do you think, dog? What do you think? I was like, guys, I'm retired. I have no interest to fight anymore. I'm so happy for Alex Pantoja. I'm happy he just got his 3rd title defense. I'm so happy for him. I've always thought he's an amazing athlete. He's the greatest flyweight in the world right now. I think the greatest flyweights in the world right now are all at American Top Team. You have Alex Pantoja, Adrian Moraes, and then you also have Kyoji Horiguchi. Those 3 guys are probably the best athletes in the world. I am not the best flyweight in the world anymore. My black ass is retired, and I'm happily retired. I ain't gonna be no motherfucking Jose Aldo. I ain't gonna be no motherfucking Donald Cerrone coming back to fight. There ain't no point in coming back to fight. What am I gonna prove when I come back to fucking fight? You guys please tell me you guys can leave a comment in the section. Leave a comment in the section below and let me know what the fuck me coming back and fighting for is going to prove. Tell you what, when Ceryl came back and fight, I kind of blame myself for getting Ceryl to fight again because I told him it's the easiest money you can make. You train for 8 weeks, you get a fat ass check for 6 figures. But now, you know, your boy's saying good, and YouTube money is real good, boys. So, ladies and gentlemen, now let's see. What do we want to see next for Alex Pantoja? Well, I'll tell you what I want to see next from Kai Asakura. I don't want Kai Asakura to move away. I want to see him continue to fight in the UFC. I think there's like some exciting matchups there for him. I would love to see him keep on fighting or even see him go to 135. You know, typically he fights at 135 in Japan, but he cut down to 125, made the weight easy it looked like. But I'd love to see him fight because I'm a big fan of him and his knockouts, the way he controls the void and looks to capitalize on his opponents. Now let's get back to Alex Pantoja. Now Alex Pantoja is in a realm where he is where I was right? Where Alex Pantoja, he's beat Brandon Royale. He's beating Brandon Moreno. Those fights are always back and forth. And I truly think that, you know, I can see Pantoja maybe defending the belt maybe 5 more times. That'll put him at 7 or 8 consecutive title defenses. I mean, he's 36, so it all depends how long he wants to fight for. But I think, honestly, there's nobody else out in the world that can pretty much challenge him. So we're just going to have to see. But there's always a bigger fish in the sea. You know, I think Muhammad Mokaev would have been a good opportunity to see him fight, but they let him go. I believe he was undefeated. But once again, I still think Muhammad Mokaev is still too young to fight a guy like Alex Pantoja. I think Pantoja could take him down, submit him. Who else? I mean, the Brandon Royale fight, that could be an interesting fight, but once again, it's going to be Pantoja trying to take him down, trying to submit him. Brandon Royale is going to be trying to survive. So we'll see. But boys, if you guys enjoyed this instant reaction, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and also hit the bell to know when we go live. And guys, let you guys know, my black ass is not coming back to fight. I am happily retired. Congrats to Alex Pantoja. Look at all this goddamn gold behind me. You guys think I ain't got all my belts on this motherfucker? All my belts in... Boys, I'm out here. I'm out. Hey, guess what? Hey, I'm rich, biatch.